Welcome back to Gear Check Games. This is episode 40 of our Kingdom Hearts for the PS4 1.5 thing.
I just love the image in this room of like all these different Disney princesses just standing in this just very dimly lit dark room. Just standing in front of each other, staring into each other's eyes, completely unmoving.
Basically T-posing.
Yeah. I also love how your menu options, when you were standing next to them, were save and attack. You have two options. Will you save the princess, or will you attack?
Also, I have full disclosure, I have no idea what the production pipeline was like for this game. And, obviously I'm not a programmer, so I don't know how time-consuming these things are, but, it always kind of bothered me in Kingdom Hearts that there was such a discrepancy between, the quality of the character models and the fact that they are, not animated at all when they're idle.
Right.
Even, the main characters just kind of... If you look at Goofy while he's at rest, he's just kind of, breathing heavily.
Yeah, I mean... So idle poses and idle animations are typically less a programming thing and more they're more on the art side.
Yeah,
right.
I think it's almost entirely on the animator side, because I think, I could be wrong, but I believe as far as programming goes, it's little more than just kind of designating when to start and stop the idle animation.
Pretty much,
well,
yeah,
okay,
if you have
okay, I'm just gonna say that was my bad. I was conflating two unrelated things.
But
my mistake.
Yeah, if you have any sort of animation cue system, then idle poses are the most basic part of an animation cue system.
Okay, I knew it probably wasn't for a
I'm
technical reason. I meant to say, is that something that would be too much to ask considering the quality that went into other areas of the game? I think it's the most jarring with NPCs because your player characters and your partner characters, you can get away with it because they're
moving usually.
You're moving constantly, but I don't know, and I think it doesn't help that there's also a source that you can reference in the form of all of these Disney movies where the characters are animated constantly and very well, and it just kind of feels like a waste of the designs to just have them stiffly standing around.
Like Sean Astin here.
Yeah.
Yeah, I suspect that this, like many other things, was due to the fact that this was originally a PS2 game, and the PS2 games had to be less than 5 gigabytes in size.
Jack and Dexter would like to have a word with you.
Well, does adding idle animations even...
adding more animations
having better
adds like a couple kilobytes.
Well, yeah, because having better character models would be the main thing that adds, to the disk space. I don't think, having some extra cues for how to move the already existing models would really add much, if any, disk space.
In the PS2 era, it was the tail end of when you had to, budget your, down to the millibyte, or megabyte, rather, as best you could. Especially for a game with as much just stuff in it as Kingdom Hearts.
Yeah, in the interest of fairness, I do need to point out that I think more so than other games, this game has a lot of unique assets, both in terms of characters and the worlds. In a Legend of Zelda game, for instance, yes, your NPCs are probably going to have unique character designs and a lot more animation. But also, if a Zelda game has, multiple cave areas, they can, they just have, oh, this is what a cave looks like in The Wind Waker. Or, this is what grass looks like, Whereas in Kingdom Hearts, I feel like the game was kind of limited by the fact that, each level is an adaptation of a movie, which has, a distinct art style and assets that need to be there for it to look right.
I'm sorry, Flying Donald was just...
So
amazing.
You end up... I feel like you end up with kind of this, skin-deep presentation where it's yes, this looks like the Hercules art style.
This looks like the Hercules.
Yes, this looks like
the Hercules.
This young girl looks like the Hercules. But then you actually the more you look at it, it's like, oh, they're like barely animated, and there's like barely any areas you can explore. I guess that's just the price of being this on brand with your art.
So
Yeah.
when you, I don't mean to interrupt this riveting conversation about game design.
By all means,
but you
talk about what's happening.
Yuffie is a little bit more difficult by herself.
Yeah, because Leon was holding her back.
Yeah,
She
right.
don't need no man.
Yeah, she's harder than Leon. She shoots more projectiles more often. She's just quicker. She's just an annoying character to fight, and I kind of appreciate it.
I'm gonna be honest.
Watch out, she's gonna steal all your materia.
I have not played the Hades Cup in like 4 years, so my memory of this part of the game is going to be extremely foggy. In fact, the only time I ever did the Hades Cup, well, actually, I think I did all 3 versions of it to get the shields and staves for Donald and Goofy, but I've only ever completed
time
the
trial.
Hades Cup after completing the necessary grinding for the Ultima weapon. So by that point, I feel like I was drastically over-leveled for like the level of challenge that this is supposed to impose.
Uh-oh.
In your version of the game, the requisite level of grinding for the ultimate weapon is a lot more than it was when I originally played this game.
And the same goes for all of the optional super bosses. So forgive me if my recollection of this is a little distorted. What do you guys think of the Hades Cup?
I mean, it's been a while since I played.
Yeah, same. But, like, yeah. I mean, Trey, you've played this right now, so
Yeah,
you could,
I'm
probably
playing
have
it
a
right
more
now.
up-to-date,
I think it's a good place to grind experience and like learn like more mechanics. But like I don't think it teaches you much because like the mechanics of like the final boss and like the end game stuff mean nothing here other than the fact that you'll see some end game enemies before their like natural appearances.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, because it has invisibles, doesn't it?
The final fight of the Hades Cup is actually Ansem.
Well,
And he's harder than his in-game incarnation.
Yeah, and he has a different color palette. He's not Ansem. Again,
it's the real Ansem.
yeah, he's just a man in a tux.
It's like
He's
those
Mansome.
recolored enemies from the Glitz Pit.
Yeah. I don't know why I'm still using
Genji shield.
Was
Yeah,
Goofy
it's
making
so
the
that-
shape of an L on his forehead back there?
Yeah.
Ah.
Nice.
It's you needed that Genji shield
It's the Behemoth.
so that when Donald was wasting all of his mana, Goofy could look at him and say, "I need healing. I need healing."
Well, you're not going to show the fight with Hot Rod Behemoth?
Yeah.
No,
Yeah.
I
unfortunately.
gotta say, as far as color swaps go, this one's pretty cool.
Yeah, this one is pretty nice, I will admit.
I like that it is a behemoth, but the texture is basically the fire shirt from the GameCube Animal Crossing.
The fire shirt from Guy
It's
Fieri.
the Guy Fieri, yeah.
He painted flames on himself to become more intimidating. Oh hey, so that's how you get Blizzaga.
Yeah, that's the other reason to do the Hades Cup is to get all these upgraded spells and stuff.
See, the last time I did a complete playthrough of Kingdom Hearts, I didn't go for all the optional stuff, so I was like, where are all my maxed out spells? Where are all those good items I had before? Oh.
Oh boy,
Why is
Cerberus.
Ansem so hard?
Yeah. You're gonna need Kiraga, buddy.
Is that... I forget, have we already fought Cerberus?
Don't worry, we took care
Yeah,
of
we fought him once.
Yeah, I think you have to fight him when you first come to the Colosseum.
Right.
Although I imagine he's a little bit harder now.
Yeah, I think he has more HP and he hits a little tougher, because technically the star rating is maxed out on this world at 10 stars.
Annoying Cloud, I am the Great Leon.
Trey, what you're showing us now is basically what the Hades Cup would be if all of the unsubstantial content was removed.
Yeah.
Insubstantial, sorry. Because everything else beyond this is basically just padding and grinding fodder.
Yeah. Yeah, it's
Hey,
just
I
like...
love Behemoth fights and Cerberus fights. I love fights with my big dog boys.
Jesus.
You know,
are
John
looking too
Arbuckle's
swell.
brother from Garfield.
So this fight is made tougher because these guys also hit harder, and they just have a ridiculous amount of HP. And I don't know if their AI is different, but they seem to just aggro Sora immediately.
And this is on normal mode.
Yeah.
That's my one regret is that the one time I 100%ed this game, or I guess almost 100%ed it, was on normal mode. So if I would wanted to like really get my Kingdom Hearts fix, I would have to do it all again on Proud mode. Didn't make that mistake with Kingdom Hearts 2 though.
There wasn't a critical mode introduced into this game in any of its later iterations, was there?
No, there never was, to my knowledge.
There's the level 1 mode you can do with
Yeah,
this
the
version
zero
of the game.
EXP mode.
Yeah. I don't know how it changes things though.
You just don't gain experience.
So does it just take a lot longer to defeat things?
Yeah,
And you die a lot quicker, and
yeah,
don't
because you don't get like
mana.
more health or magic. Or anything
just-
really. I think
You just have
there
to
are
be-
special concessions, like you get an automatic second chance.
you get an automatic Kalishnikov.
Yes.
You get an automat Kalishnikova 47.
It's like, alright,
need-
Sora, we'll show you a little mercy.
Who needs a Keyblade when you have a submachine gun?
Honestly, this is kind of unrelated to what we were talking about, but it's nice that this game has it's neat that this game has a mechanic where your magic refills faster the lower it is. Which kind of encourages you to not stock. It encourages you to use more magic and kind of hover around the lower end of the meter a bit more.
Just blew my mind, Dan. I had no idea that was even a thing.
Yeah, I don't know if Kingdom Hearts 2 has anything similar. But
No,
don't
Kingdom
believe so.
Hearts 2 just has a stupid cooldown timer that takes forever when you use Cure.
But yeah, to refill
Forcing
your
you to
magic.
not tank hits and actually be good at the game.
In case anyone has been unable to figure it out or just hasn't paid attention, to refill your magic in this game, that little orange bar goes up above your blue bar whenever you hit people, and once it fills up one more bar than the number you have, that bar becomes blue and the orange bar starts again.
Also, it only works specifically on people. If you hit a Heartless, it does nothing.
Yeah.
Wait,
Yeah,
it doesn't?
no magic to be gotten from Heart. No.
Sorry, Trey, that was a terrible, terrible joke. Oh my god.
jeez.
Yeah,
Oh
the
my
Goofy just
God.
saved you from that fireball.
Yeah. See, Goofy's a real trooper. He knows when to heal.
So, we joked earlier about Sora having an AK in level 1 mode, or no experience mode or whatever. But ostensibly Leon does.
Yeah, he's a friggin' gun in his sword.
Does anybody
And I-
else find it extremely uncomfortable the way he holds it? Like the hilt is like a gun hilt, and he holds it accordingly.
Oh,
It's
yeah,
like, Leon,
a
you're gonna
gun.
break your finger off, dude. Among other
It's-
things.
It's primarily a gun. It's a blade second.
It's just like the world's longest bayonet.
It was the last one they had at the store. Is it really? I guess I'll take the one with the
Jesus.
giant blade attached to it. That serves no tactical purpose.
See, this is why I like him and Cypher, because Cypher would be the kind of guy that'd be like, "Oh man, I want the gun blade. That's the coolest looking thing." And then Leon's like, "I'll take what you have."
Like,
Who else is
give me
eagerly
whatever
waiting
you
for
have
Kingdom
left.
Hearts Squall to meet Kingdom Hearts Cypher?
There
yeah,
is no Cypher in Kingdom Hearts, right? Or is there?
He's in 2.
Yeah, he's in 2.
Oh,
He's one of the
right,
bullies that
he
beats
is.
up
He's the
Roxas.
yeah.
Roxas and his
Right.
lamer friends.
Yeah,
God.
they couldn't use the word gamer. They'd offend too many of their fans.
We need, what I want is Kingdom Hearts Zeldinked.
Trey, I
And
think
Kingdom
you might need to
Hearts
come back
Zidane
later.
Tribal.
This fight is taking way too long.
It's so hard.
I suspect it's gonna take the remainder of this episode
Yeah, it's a tough fight.
and all of next episode.
I'm trying though. I'm out of items. My partners keep dying. I'm the only thing keeping this
My
fight
team
going.
is useless.
Something
They keep
tells me we're
dying.
not gonna feel the heat tonight.
I don't think we are, guys. I get so far though, because like I got
boy.
Leon to at least
now
half
he's
health.
like,
Yeah.
okay,
Now
time
the
to get
fight's even
serious.
harder.
God. Now my sword is
Hey.
20 feet long.
Yeah, Leon is now in desperation mode.
How come your mom lets
Now
you
I
have
am
2
a true
Buster
anime
Swords?
character.
Could you imagine if you had Leon and Cloud both in desperation mode at the same
Yeah, I was
time?
gonna say, we haven't even seen one-winged Cloud yet.
Yeah, that's why I'm not focusing him yet, because that's BS.
I thought you were just
That's
gonna give
BS
up
and he's
right
solo.
now.
I should have.
Uncle!
Wait till you see how
I do
this
need a
fight
break,
ends.
Leon.
It ends with you...
Oh my god.
Sora just calling it an airstrike.
I like to imagine that Leon isn't being cocky there. He's just genuinely looking at Sora, who's just wasted all of his items and all of his cures, and he's like, "Hey, man, like this isn't supposed to. This is like a friendly fight. Do you want to like go get an orange slice or something?"
And Sora's just over there panting heavily, like, I'm gonna win!
This is life or
I
death.
must!
My reputation is at stake.
Kid, you're like 12. There's no need to go this hard.
I beat you
Well, yeah, not only-
in the Pegasus Cup. I can beat you here.
So you don't have enough armor, buddy. Just come back later. I think there's one crucial skill that I'm missing, and I think it's Kuraga.
You're not
Yeah,
wearing
sounds
nearly
about
enough
right.
leather to defeat Leon.
I don't have the right boots.
You don't have enough belts, chains, or spikes to defeat him.
Yeah.
Yeah, nothing
Yeah.
Sora's
This
wearing can
combo.
withstand that blade.
Leon's asking if we need a break more often than a Wii game.
Oh.
Oh, finally.
Things are
the
looking
Buster-
bad.
Buster Sword 2 is gone.
Oh, that's BS.
Oh,
It's
from
so
off
bad.
screen.
It's just when
From downtown.
when you're feeling confident, you turn around and you just get immediately clocked.
See, if most games have a failsafe for the sake of fairness where enemies that are off screen don't attack you, but I guess Kingdom Hearts is just too cool to play by the rules.
Yeah.
May Sora rest in peace.
Cloud
Alright.
is bloodthirsty.
See you next week, next episode, when we attend Sora's funeral for the second time.
Bye, y'all.
We keep bringing it back and he just keeps dying.